Hello, my friends. Our novel is African and has won the Nobel Prize in Literature. Things don't fall apart suddenly. They accumulate until cohesion is no longer possible. Welcome to this literary summary of the novel, Things Fall Apart. One of the most famous works of modern African literature, written by Nigerian author Chinua Achebe in 1958. The novel stands as a cry against cultural marginalization and a deep narrative of the conflict between tradition and colonialism. The story takes place in a traditional African village called Umuofia, home to the Igbo tribe in Nigeria, before the arrival of British colonialism, during a pivotal moment of historical transformation. The protagonist of the novel is Okonkwo, a strong, stern man who built his own glory after growing up in poverty, under the shadow of his father, Unoka, a weak and peaceful man who left him nothing but shame. Throughout his life, Okonkwo strives to avoid becoming like his father, overcompensating by proving his masculinity, even when it requires violence or cruelty. In a painful scene, Okonkwo participates in the killing of Ikemefuna, a boy who had lived in his home for years as a peace settlement for a tribal conflict. He had grown to love him like a son, but he kills him with his own hands, fearing he might be seen as weak. That moment marks the beginning of a deep internal collapse. After an accidental killing, Okonkwo is exiled from his village for 7 years. During this absence, colonialism and Christian missionaries begin to infiltrate the village, changing its social and religious structures. When he returns, everything has changed. The people who once revered him are now divided. His son, Nwoye, whom he always considered weak, has converted to Christianity. And the new religious leaders attract the marginalized in the name of love and equality. In the midst of this change, Okonkwo tries to defend the traditional system, but fails. In the end, when he realizes that his village will not rise to fight beside him, he commits suicide, an act that is forbidden in Igbo culture, the very culture he spent his life defending. In a tragic irony, Okonkwo becomes a stranger, even in his own death. Main characters: Okonkwo, a tragic hero who represents rigid masculinity and tradition. He is strong, yet fragile inside, terrified of weakness more than anything else. Ikemefuna, an innocent boy who symbolizes lost innocence, sacrificed to blind tradition. Nwoye, Okonkwo's son, representing the new generation that embraces change, even at the cost of breaking from the past. Unoka, Okonkwo's father, symbolizing inner peace and spirituality, yet marginalized by harsh standards of masculinity. Minus Mr. Brown and Mr. Smith. The missionaries represent two faces of colonialism, one tolerant, the other fanatical. Both contribute to the disintegration of the community. As for the symbols in the novel, they are rich and profound. The title, Things Fall Apart, doesn't just refer to Okonkwo's downfall, but to the collapse of an entire society and an irreversible cultural shift. The tribal drum represents the heart of African culture. When it falls silent, it's as if the village's soul dies. The broken spear and the falling tree of life, symbols of the downfall of man, family, and tradition. Suicide. More than just physical death, it symbolizes ultimate despair when a person finds no place in the new world nor in the old. Things Fall Apart is not just a story of an individual. It's the story of a civilization, of a strong culture crumbling from within before it is dismantled from the outside. A novel that asks, can resilience protect us from change, or is openness the only way to survive? Thank you for watching, and until we meet again with another novel.
Kindly, if you like our work, support us with a like, encouragement, comment, or share so that the benefit may spread.